Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Frostpunk, shall we? Picking up where we left off with our complete beginner's guide, and we just finished researching the sawmill, which is tremendous. We have a gathering post here that we're, finishing up some wood crates on, and then there's another gathering post over here that we've built that does have some steel and coal. But nobody's working here at the moment because we're okay on steel. We actually need wood. And then we have this facility over here, this gathering post, which is getting coal double duty. Our food is okay, but not the best. And what we want to do is work on the beacon. So I'm going to go ahead and go to, the tech, and let's add a new research. We did Steam Hub. And we're going to research the beacon. So this will allow us to build a beacon, which we need to do for the quest. And we're just going to kind of speed up time a little bit. And we have 10 people that are being treated in a care facility, and only one person who is not able to be in there. So consider that pretty good. One of our engineers here must be ill, so it's slowing down research. And it is... We're going to build another research facility. It's something we want to help expedite research because you want to be ahead of the curve on research. However, we just don't have enough people for that right now. Okay. I'm feeling like we have enough people in the cookhouse to process the food. Let me make sure we actually have enough lumber. So I'm going to put one more person over here. And what I'm doing is I'm just looking. Okay. Coal is good. We have about 5 days worth of coal. Wood is very low, and steel is okay, but we're going to want steel to be higher. So now, here go our people here, and we have less than a day of rations, which is just not good. But these people are going to go hunt, and we should be okay. Let's see here. Yep. This all looks good. Okay, look at this. So, our care has gone down. There's only 6 people being treated. So this means that there's nobody who is without treatment. Our hope is high. Discontent is low. That's a good sign. The food situation is not great, but we'll get there. And we can go to the Book of Laws and pass a new law. So what do we want to do? Definitely, in my opinion, one of the things that we want is to allow overcrowding. Now, this will raise discontent in the short term, but what this does is it doubles the capacity of our medical facilities. So, it's like a best of a bad situation, and it's better to have some slight discontent and people being discontent in the hospital than not being treated. So, we'll go with this. And I don't have enough people to just, or space, or resources to just open up a whole bunch of care facilities or medical facilities. Okay, so the hunters are back, the food is in, and we've researched a beacon. So now we can go push build, and we can go to tech, and we can actually create this beacon. It does take 35 steel and 20 wood, but we're going to do it. And you can only build it where it has this grappling hook icon. Or wait, I'm sorry. I lied about that. No, wait, that's right. Oh, no, never mind. That's for the expedition. That's for something else, I guess. I thought that the beacon needed to be on the very far end, but I'm totally wrong about that. So we can put this wherever we want. I'm okay putting it over here. It does not need to be heated. So you can put this as far away as you want. This looks pretty good. I'm just going to build roads like that. Like that. All right. There we go. I'm going to speed it up. Okay. And let's look. I'm just going to pause, check things out. Okay, food is doing all right. Not great, but okay. It's getting processed. Okay. This is all depleted now. This entire place is taken down. So what does that mean? That means we're out of wood, which is why we researched the sawmill. We have no wood to gather on the surface anymore. So you have to be super, super careful about this. We also need to do new research. All right, so let's go to research. And faster gathering is fine. This is good because it helps us get more food. It does take 10 wood, but I'm okay with it. And I'm going to do this to kind of maximize the efficiency of our food gathering because we're cutting it close, but we do want to upgrade to level 1 soon. Now, we need to go to build and we need to make a sawmill because we have no place to gather wood anymore. So what I'm going to do is actually take out this gathering post and dismantle it. That will give us wood. The rest of the workers who are doing nothing, we will put them all over here at this facility to gather steel and coal. And I'm going to actually peel off a couple of them and put them on hunting, like that.
Workday ends. It's off time.
The day is over, so they're going to go build the beacon, and we're going to need workers for that. We did it. We're no longer lost and blind. From now on, people will be able to survey the icy barrens that surround us. Frostland. Okay, great. So once you get the beacon built, this really opens up a new portion of the game for us. And we'll even get a cutscene to celebrate it. So what this does now is shows you an overworld map, and you can see that there are, I'm going to zoom in. This isn't explained perfectly well, but if you go to the beacon, it does explain it for you. If you go all the way down here to the beacon, it shows you what's going on, and I'll explain it to you. So you can scroll out now with the mouse wheel, and you zoom out to this site. And what this means is once we build a scout team, we can go explore these question mark pins on the map. And you could find stuff. Now, the yellow pin is means like a quest. This is where they want you to go for the main quest. And this is the Lost Expedition, where we're looking for extra survivors. So we could send scouts to learn more about this place, as it says here on the window to the right. So what this means is we want to close this, and we want to zoom back in and click on the beacon itself. And in order to create a scout team, you need 40 lumber. And you need 5 free workers. So we have to say, well, where are we going to free up some workers from? And it's going to be from right here, from the coal and steel section. I don't like to do it, but we can. And it says, ready to search. People cheer as the giant observation balloon soars above the city. This is a real feat. Everyone feels proud of the work they've done to make it happen. Volunteers have lined up, eager to go looking for our lost people in Frostland. The woman who came forward earlier is among them. We needed a win. Alright, so now we do have 5 people, and we will make a scouting team. So all you have to do once you have enough people is click on the beacon, and this button with the plus sign will turn blue, and you click on it, and then you make some scouts. And then once you get scouts, it will take you out to this screen, and you will get some new icons on your heads-up display in the upper right, and you'll see this like unit of a scout that has like a hood, and you know they're out going into the cold. And you can click on where you want them to go from this overworld map. So you could click on the location, the Lost Expedition, but in order to get your scouts to actually go there, you have to click on the scouts themselves. Once you have the target selected, or you can have the scout selected, then click on the target. You need to kind of just make sure they're both selected, and then once they are, you will see that there's this like green right arrow on Lost Expedition, and it tells you it's going to take 11 hours for them to get there, and you just click on that, and then that sends the scouts over there. So we just have to wait for time to pass, and then they go. You don't really do anything with the scouts when they're traveling. You can see them like moving across the map, but there's not much to do out here except for click on these pin locations and deal with the events when they crop up. So now we have the scouts going out, and I'm going to just unpause the game. And they leave. By the way, they leave like right away. So even though it's nighttime, they're going. Okay, discontent going up. No problem. I mean, it's annoying, but what can we do? Today will be a good day. I can feel it, they say. Great. Good attitude. All right. So here we go. And again, you could see that one worker in the cookhouse is pretty much enough. I did bump it up to 2 at one point, but 1 is going to be just fine for us. The extra hunters are helping. We're okay on coal. Wood is very, very low. And so because wood is so low, and I was waiting for this to get destroyed, we need to immediately build a sawmill before we run out. So what you want to do once you select a sawmill is, I just pushed build, and I went to resources, and I selected sawmill. And you could see the area of influence that the sawmill will gather wood from. It's those white diagonal lines, stripe lines. But the trees appear that you can actually harvest. Again, these are limited, but we want to get as many of them as we can. So if you are on the trees and gathering, then the sawmill will turn the trees to be green, like meaning these people from this sawmill can reach this. So if I built it here, for example, I'm destroying no trees, and I'm getting a lot. If I move it here, though, it'll be like, hey, you destroy the trees by building it, and you can't reclaim it. So you kind of want to make sure to build these in a place where you get the most wood possible without destroying the resources. And you can look around where that might be. You know, we've got our gathering pile with our coal over here. I think it's probably something like this. And then we need some wood to connect it. So we will just bring this street straight down. There. Alright, so they should build that for us. And again, even if I don't want to use this... Okay, cool. We finished researching the hunter's gear, which means we're going to get extra food. And we've really turned our food situation. We actually have more than... or around a day, which is good. In a lot of games, that would be terrifying to know that you just don't have that much. But to be honest, that's how it is in this game. And if you can get more than, you know, a day's worth, then you're really cooking. But for now, especially early game, it's difficult for us. We just don't have enough people or enough technology. But we need to put our attention to wood. So they're going to build this for us, and we'll kind of shift over to that. But we have hardly anybody gathering stuff at the moment. And we can probably actually peel some people off of hunting. Because what we need is wood. And we can't build anything without wood. Oh, I'm sorry. I was concentrating on something I didn't realize. Yeah, of course, the scouts reached the destination. So we got this exploration tutorial, which means like when they find something, you can get resources. You can find wood, steam cores, rations, survivors, all kinds of things. So remember when I said the upper right corner of the heads-up display has changed now that we have scouts? So you'll see this like map icon, which are these mountains in the upper right, and then you'll have your scouts. And if you have more scouts or things over here, the icons will kind of trail off to the left. And then when the icons that move on the right side of the screen going vertically will show you like where they are, what they're doing, and then if they're at the destination, it'll say waiting, and you have to click on them, and they say you'll get a pop-up window that explains what's happened. It says the rest of our people made camp here, too exhausted to go on. We should escort them to the city. So we found some survivors. So what you then have to do is click explore, and it'll give you an option. It says happy reunion. We enter the camp, appearing out of the driving snow. A choir of excited voices welcomes us. Thank God you found us. We'd be wandering for days until we couldn't go on any longer. Soon we'd begin to starve. Children and adults surround us, packed and ready to go. So This does a few things for us. Number one, it says sites discovered, observatory, and sturdy shelter, which means we find some new places that we can go explore, but it gives us options as well. So we can escort these survivors to the city, which means like we take them back with our scouts, or we can send them to the city. And it takes them longer if you do this, and some of them may die. So I pretty much always escort people to keep them safe. It means you get to explore in a slower fashion, but I like the safety of nobody dying on the way. So if we bring them back, we're going to get 4 kids, 10 engineers, and 23 regular workers. So this is actually huge for us. We don't get any resources here, but what we get are more people. And then now you can see on the map, we've opened up some more places. And I'm going to, that we can explore. I'm going to zoom back in. Now, we can't build any more scouts right now because you have to research the upgrade for the beacon, which we don't have. But we don't really have enough people to send out anyway. So I'm going to keep the game paused because we need to select new research. So we've done Hunter's Gear, we've done Sawmill and Coal Thumper. We probably want, faster gathering, steelworks at some point. We did the beacon and we did Steam Hub. But it's time to come over here and do drawing boards. So drawing boards will let us go to the next level of technology, but we need 50 wood, which we just don't have any wood because we have to finish building the sawmill. So that's where we're going to be. We can't research anything right now because that's what we're doing. And, I could turn everybody off of here, but they're not working anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Area effects. What is this telling us about? Let's go down here, and it says... oh, right. It's telling us what we can work because we completed the sawmill. So that's the striped lines that we explained. All right, so we're going to immediately go here and put the most people as possible that can work on this. And I'm going to put all those engineers that we're researching here. We'll put them back to researching once we get enough lumber, but we don't have it. Oh, and they made it. Okay, so it says scouts. The scout unit number 1 is returned safely to the city. So we got all the people. And then you can disband the scouts to send them back, to working here in the city, or you could send them out, and we're going to send them out. So I'm going to, here's a little cutscene that we get to see with the people coming in. People from our convoy, reunions. It's heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. They ought to be well established by now. They'll surely help us find our footing. So, we found some people, which is good, but there's more. Now, I'm going to pause it, and you see how the scouts are waiting. So I'm going to zoom back out, and we have some choices now. We could go to the observatory, we can go to the sturdy shelter, and we can go to the crash site. It gives you a kind of a hint in the description what you might find there. So it says, we had to leave a number of supplies after the crash, and then there's smoke here from the observatory, and there's no signs of movement. So I'm going to go to the crash site and send my scouts. So now that I have the crash site selected, I can then click on my scouts and click on the green arrow, and then they're going to go over there. I'm going to zoom back in. We have 36 homeless people. So we need to start building houses for these people. We can't do much because we don't have lumber, but we have 33 people that we can allocate to jobs. So right away, we're going to put in engineers. Boom, right here. Oops. We're going to max coal, max steel and coal, max gathering, and max the hunting, and max... Oh, no employees available because those are engineers. None. Max. Okay, I have 4 people now who are not working that I can send here. And, oops, these must be engineers as well. There. Good. And then we will put one more person here. Alright, so now everybody's been distributed. at this time, we're going to push build, and we can go to people, and we can start building some more tents. Now, if I wanted to build better houses, I would need more technology, which we don't yet have. So where do we want to build the tents? We want to build the tents in an area that's close to this, like that's being hit by this heater, basically. So if I build a tent, we can't see the area of influence of the heater. We can only see of the generator. But if I turn this on, just even in the pause menu, I should be able to... I know I have to wait for it to turn on, don't I? Usually they would show you where the range is. Anyway, we might want to see where we can build houses to keep these people warmer, but there's not much option that we have. So I'm going to put one here, and that's all we can afford to build right now. We don't actually need this, by the way, so I'm going to turn it off. I was just trying to see if I could... Oh, the influence was finally showing. Search for others. Our people found a trail leading into the wilderness. We should follow it. We must find other people and ask them for help to secure our survival. Okay, so they want us to find another settlement, which is the quest in the bottom left, but our hope went up, which is good, and we can pass a new law. So I'm going to pass a hopeful law, which ceremonial funerals is good, but we could also go down here and pass the care house. So the care house, the gravely ill and amputees will be cared for at low cost in special homes. So this boosts hope. These people eat half as much, and the gravely ill are kept here instead of in medical houses, so that you can free up space. And this is a nice place. We could also do triage, but triage is like you basically just focus on who you can help, and it instantly heals people so they get back to work faster, but a quarter of people will die instantly, hope falls, and discontent rises. So I usually don't personally do that, but I am okay building a cure house.
Hear me.
This does raise hope.
Law in the city.
And we'll just have to wait for them to start working so that we can actually get enough lumber to do that, which we don't have. All right, so we need to build a road to connect over here. So we'll do it just like that. And we're going to speed it up. Discontent's really, really high, but it's because of homelessness. As soon as we can get rid of that, it'll go down.
There's plenty to do.
You can see in the upper right, the scout is almost there. Discontent went down as the people became... now we have plenty of wood. Okay, great. So, right away, we're going to go build a tent. Build... And each tent holds 10, so we need to build 3 more. I'm just going to build a street all the way like that. Okay, so scouts have reached the crash site. I'm going to take... Let's see. Do I have a place for this person to work otherwise? Not right now, but we'll get there. I might build a second sawmill because we need wood so badly. And there's no penalty, like, unless you can't hold it, but you want to get as much resources as you can, as fast as you can, so that you can be prepared. And I want to research the next level, but I need 50 wood to do that. We're going to click on the scouts. So they've made it to the crash site. It says that's where our expedition was split up when our vehicles crashed during a snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies should be here. Okay, so we're going to explore it. It says Fate of the Forgotten. There are plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mass. Oh my God, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. terrifying. Take the resources. So we get 140 wood and 47 food, which is fantastic. However, we found a new location, which is the Gloomy Cave. And if you want those resources, you need to send your people back, or you can send them out to scout. Now, I'm going to send them back because I want that wood as fast as possible so we can research and build stuff. Now, let's see. I'm going to just let time pass. All right, the day is over, unfortunately, and we didn't get enough wood to do the research, but we do have enough food, and you can see coming up it's going to get really cold, so we might have to build another heater over here. I'm going to preemptively do that. I want to do the research, just not there, and by heater I mean steam hub, by the way, sorry. We want to put it in a place that will benefit these tents, but be far enough out that it's not overlapping too much. I think this is a good spot. Like, it does overlap. This overlaps on the interior ring, but it allows us to build out further a bit. All right, they've returned with all the extra wood. Okay, great. So we paused the game, and we're just going to click on the scouts. And now where do we want to go? Now, the quest wants us to go to the sturdy shelter. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. I usually like doing some of the quest stuff to help progress it. Now we need to build a care house as well. So this is under health. You need this to be warm. So we should build it close to the steam hub that we're building. That'll do. Remember, the care house is great. Oh, and we can go to research, and we can select the new research, which is drawing boards. So we're going to get this going. The care house is great for a variety of reasons, but we fulfilled the hope. So we fulfilled the promise, so the hope rises, which is good. But then also this helps free up space in our medical facilities, which is good. We do not need this on right now, so I am going to turn it off. Okay, and we have a couple of people who are sick, but they'll go to the care facility. They'll be fine. All right, and let's see here. So I am okay with food. Lumber has been helped out somewhat. And we have space for 4 extra people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tent just to prepare, like, in case we find more survivors. I'm going to put tents over here by this heater that we've built. And I'm going to plug in another sawmill as well. And I'm going to try to get it, you know, in a place that will gather as much wood as we can get. I don't want to take wood from the other one. I don't want to destroy resources. This is alright. You can't really, you know, always get the best distribution. Our prospects aren't bad, they say. Alright, it's getting colder with each day, so now it's cold. And you can see that certain facilities, like this one, the medical post, it's inoperative because of how cold it is, but all we have to do is just click on this and turn it on. And one thing I want to explain that's cool about the UI is you can actually bounce between buildings of the same type using these arrow tabs. So like on the Steam Hub, I can just select the next one. You can use the bracket keys, the left and right bracket keys to switch, or you can just click on the arrow. So I could just quickly switch between this till I kind of go through all my hubs and turn them all on. And as they spread out, their warmth, all of these places will become, you know, livable. However, we are burning through a bunch more coal. So this is chilly, but okay. Nobody is complaining, and that's because the steam hubs are overlapping. We could, if we wanted to, overdrive the generator instead of using the steam, and that would probably be okay, but I like to save that
Get going.
if I can avoid it. Man, we have a lot of food. This is great. Oh, that's because we got a bunch of food from the expedition. The scouts brought back a bunch of food. I was like, boy, where we get all this? Okay. I'm going to peel off one person from the coal gathering post and put them at the cookhouse just for now. Oh, bad food. Right. So we can actually switch over to a standard meal. And this will make people happier. Coal pile depleted. Where was that? Okay. So what this means is that we're going to need to build coal thumpers. We're down to just 2 coal piles. So we can do that right now. So we can go to resources and we can build a coal thumper. And we can put this, wherever we want. You could put it like close to the city if you want, but I usually like to build structures like this kind of far away. The closer you can build it, the less they have to travel, and the heat might spread, but I like to make it so like all of my residential stuff is in the middle and gets the heat. So I'm going to put this thing out here. It's on the street already, which is good. And once we research heaters, we won't have to worry about some of these exterior buildings, nor will we have to worry about... now this is inoperative. Oh, because there's nothing. All right, so we'll dismantle it. There you go. Now we have 9 people free. So what this means is this is maxed out. This sawmill we can just put people on until we finish the coal thumper. Discontent is going down, and we finished drawing boards. Fantastic. So immediately we want to come into the tech tree, and we want to go and... I'm going to build heaters, but generator range upgrade is fantastic, and power upgrade is fantastic, but know that those things take more coal if you want to use it. Now, I'm building heaters for some patch regeneration, and I'm going to go to the Book of Laws, and we could just click on this, and we can do prosthetics, but even though this is good, we don't need to build this right now because we can't actually build prosthetics. We need a factory to do that, so that's not really on the table at the moment. Extended shift raises discontent, but it lets you make the workday longer if you want, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and get ceremonial funerals while we're just chilling. This is one where it doesn't really do anything, but when somebody dies, it's less like people can process it better. And, okay, find another settlement. So people have mixed feelings. Now the food is all processed. And it's a new day. So as soon as the
shift is ending.
look at this, we have 2 days worth of food. It's great. And we're actually almost full on food. That's not going to last. But that's where we are. So for the time being, I'm going to take away a person here, and we can now put people on the coal thumper. I'm actually going to take away a bunch of people from the sawmill and put them all here. And these people, once they finish... Yep, okay. A burial ceremony is starting at the cemetery. For the dead person, and this should help us. They've reached the sturdy shelter the scouts have, and the shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects it from the cold, so we can explore it. And what did we find? The trail leads to another city. We found 210 wood, a steam core, and 100 food, which is fantastic. However, ironically, we don't have enough room to store the wood and the food, I don't think, so we're going to take it It says the shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail post points in 2 directions, London and home. So we've found a new place to go, which we can go for the quest. I could return with the supplies, and I could also go to the steel bridge. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the observatory and then send my people back. That's just my choice. And you can do, obviously, whatever you want. But while they're out, I'm going to build another resource depot. And remember, this doesn't necessarily really need to be close to the city. I'm just going to put it there. And we're going to store food there. Every resource depot lets you expand your storage for a particular type of resource. So this way, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to say food rations. Not raw. You have to pick either raw food or food rations. And that'll help us just have enough room. It's not going to be a huge issue all the time, but I want to just have that done preemptively so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so now we have everybody working. We have 2 days worth of food. We have 2 days worth of coal. We're withstanding the temperature. We have no homeless people. We do have more sick people than we want to deal with, and that's because you could see that these are cold, these places. So we need to finish the heater so we can warm people up who are far away. We could build steam hubs out here if you want to, but the heater will help us tremendously once it comes online. All right, everybody, so what we've done is we've built scouts. We're out there exploring. We've expanded our population, and we're actually doing all right. You know, we're gathering resources. We're dealing with the sick. We built the care house, and our hope is quite high. We want to get discontent down. It's high because the medical facilities are overcrowded, the bad food, and people are cold at home. And they shouldn't be. They're chilly, I guess, but if you want to get rid of that, you can click overdrive, and then if I unpause the game, check that out. So you see how you let the overdrive kick in, and this will warm everybody up by 1 level, and discontent melts away with the heat. You can't do this forever, because overdrive is going to heat up the generator, but you could do this a little bit to just kind of lower discontent. And you see that the weather will raise again here, so we'll be okay to turn it off and maintain that. But we certainly want to research a stronger generator so that we don't even have to kick it in overdrive. It'll just do it on its own. But to do that, we need more coal. And we'll get there. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. I want to say thank you so much for watching, sharing any tips and advice if you have it for new players, and I'll check you in the next one. Take care.